Hi, everybody. Sometimes creating content for any online course can be a bit of a chore. Usually you're stuck using HTML editors or coding from scratch, which can lead to some very time-consuming and not always high-quality product. It'd be nice if we could just create something in a very rich editor, like Google Docs, for example, and just import it directly into our course. And that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do today. Basically, how to create an existing Google Doc and turn it into a fully functional Moodle book with multiple pages. So you can see here that I've created a Google Doc, which is going to have all of the content for my book in multiple pages. So you can see I've got my fonts, I've got some of my Google Drawings embedded in here, I've got some links. I even have a YouTube URL that Moodle will automatically turn into an embedded player. And it is a long document, but the good news is we can take that long document and convert that into a multi-page book. The first part, or the first step in doing that, is to actually turn this, my Google Doc, into an actual ebook. And to do that is really simple. I just hit File, Download As, and I choose at the very bottom an ebook format called EPUB. And as you can see, Google will download that for me. Now, if I were to double click on that, it would import into my Kindle or my Google Play Books or into my iBooks. But instead of doing that, I'm going to use another piece of software called Calibre. And you can get Calibre just by going to calibre.org, and I've got a link to it right here in the Google Doc as well. Sorry, it's calibreebook.com. There's the full link right there. Download the version for your particular platform, and Calibre is an ebook authoring tool. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Calibre, and I'm just going to take that book I downloaded and import it directly into Calibre. And I can do that by literally just dragging it onto Calibre like this. And there you can see it's got a book. It automatically created a cover for it. I don't really need a cover for this purpose, but it did one anyway. And so now I'm almost ready to turn this into a Moodle book. The next step that I need to do, however, is to actually take that great big long document and put some page breaks in it so that I know any one page isn't going to be a scroll of death. To do that, with the book that I just imported selected, I'm going to go ahead and choose Edit Book. Now, when the editor pops up, it looks very complicated, but when you look over here, there is actually only one HTML file. So if I double click on that, you'll see that an HTML version of what I just exported from Google shows up on the right-hand side. So now what I need to do is to actually start inserting some page breaks. So if I scroll down, you'll see that right here is probably a natural place to create a page break. So all I'm going to do is just click right here, this little page break button. I'm going to move my cursor just above where I want that page to start. You see a green line appear. And I'm going to click. And now you can see that it's gotten rid of everything above that. It's actually created a new page from that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down and keep doing the same trick. Click on this guy, click the green line where it matters. And there we go. Those are the 3 pages or 4 pages that I wanted to create. You'll see over here now that there are in fact 4 pages. The next thing that I want to do is to get rid of my table of contents, because having a table of contents within a Moodle book can interfere with Moodle's natural table of contents tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on this Edit Table of Contents. You can see it's suggested a table of contents based on my headings. But I'm just going to go ahead and select all and throw it all out. Now I can press OK. I'm going to save my work and I'm going to close that. All right, we're almost there. Our last step is to convert this into a format that Moodle can understand. And so I'm just going to push this Convert Books button with the book that I want to convert selected. I'll go ahead and press that. It'll take me to my conversion tool. If you look on the right-hand side, there's an output format. You want to make sure that that is set to EPUB. We're going to actually keep it as an EPUB. But then down here, you're going to see EPUB output. And so I'm going to select that menu. And there's two things that I want to select. Number one is do not split on page breaks. I don't want a new page or new Moodle page every time that I hit a page break in Google Docs. I want to have the ones that I selected instead. And secondly, I want to make sure that I flatten EPUB structure. And what that does is it takes all the contents and takes it out of subdirectories so it's easier for Moodle to process. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And you can see that it's doing the work right now. Momentarily, it should go to no more jobs. And really, we're done. We're ready to import this into Moodle. So to do this, the first step is I'm going to right-click on my book, and I'm going to go to Open Containing Folder, because I need to actually find my book. And the folder opens. You can see that I have a number of files in here. But the file I want you to watch for is the one that ends in .epub. There's only one that'll have that extension. You'll see the one that says original EPUB. Don't do that. That's the one that you actually downloaded from Google. But the problem is Moodle won't accept the format EPUB. It just doesn't like the extension. So all I need to do to fix that is single click on the file, or if you like, right click and rename. And to the end of that, after the EPUB, I just have to add .zip. And the only reason we're doing that is because the .zip extension is something that Moodle likes, and it'll actually take it in. When I press enter, it does give me a warning saying that I'm going to change the format. I don't care. I want to keep that as zip, so I'll go ahead and hit use zip. And now all that's left is to slurp that into Moodle. So if I go to my Moodle page, you can see that I have created a book here, and it's called Converting Google Docs to a Moodle Book. I'm going to click on that. I haven't actually added any content, so it immediately takes me to the editor. But rather than creating a new page here, what I'm going to do is over on my gear menu, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to my import chapter. Now it takes me to my, my usual Moodle import box. So if I go back to my Finder or to Windows Explorer if you're in Windows, I can take that file I just created and I can drag it onto my Moodle page. And now you can see it's ready to upload. Now when I push import, it'll chug for a second, then it says importing relinking. I hit continue, and just like that, you can see that I've got 4 Moodle book demos. You can see that there's content just as it appeared in Google already in my page. The only thing that is an issue is that it does tend to put the first page at the very end, and so I just need to fix that by simply turning editing on and moving the last page, which you can see is really my first page, and you can see it's also included my video where I wanted it. And I'm just going to go ahead and move that up to the top. And because I don't need the cover, it always generates it. I'm just going to go ahead and delete the cover page because I don't need that page. And now really the only thing that you've got left to do is to fix the titles. And I can do that by just going ahead and click the edit button underneath each page. And I can go through and change all of those. And really that's it. All of your content should have imported exactly the way you used it in Google, and all of your embedded graphics should have come across, and essentially you are good to go. As always, let me know if you have any questions on this, and I hope this was useful.